Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb Black. He's my co-pilot, Luke the Big Dog Williams. Luke, we are talking This Week in Wrestling, Part 1. Part 1 will always feature the WWE recap, which means Raw, which means SmackDown, and really the winner of the week, in my opinion, no brand is NXT.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get right into it. Let's talk a little bit about Raw. What did we like?
Well, it's hard to talk about this week's Raw without talking about the gauntlet match for the last chance of the Money in the Bank.
Bobby Lashley tears through a number of people, gets DQ'd out of the gauntlet.
Yeah, odd booking,
but
okay.
Just like we called last week, AJ Styles appears.
Yes.
AJ Styles takes the final spot, cuts a promo afterward, but now it's AJ and the Money in the Bank. Think that changes it?
No.
No?
No, I don't. I think that AJ Styles is going to be in the fold, but I think he'll be more in the fold as a roadblock of sorts for the champion. Honestly, I still see Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre after Money in the Bank. So
Jinder's not in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
No. But I think that Drew McIntyre and him will run a program.
Oh, sure.
So I don't think Money in the Bank's being won by Raw this year.
Think it's going to be a SmackDown. You're thinking Corbin.
Still thinking.
I'm thinking Corbin myself. I think he's going to be the guy
again.
But we want Otis.
Yes,
give it to the big man. But Corbin's the logical choice. However, we're talking Raw right now. AJ Styles comes back, wins the gauntlet, secures that 6 spot. Obviously, it's going to change the dynamic of the match a little bit. Apollo Crews was more set to do some of those larger, high flyer spots. Not that AJ isn't capable. We've seen his capability.
AJ in ladder matches.
Right. Almost synonymous with Otis and
sandwiches.
Sandwiches. I was really trying to come up with a non-food.
The world and Steve Carino disease. Yeah.
So AJ gets a thumbs up this week.
Totally.
I really liked the Liv Morgan-Charlotte Flair match.
Yes.
I liked the match. I think it killed Liv Morgan's heat. Losing to Charlotte.
Especially clean.
Yeah.
Well, losing clean, I don't think was
not
smart.
The way. Again, Liv Morgan's a female star. They can build, and they should be building.
Yeah, they really should.
And to have her lose to Charlotte immediately, just...
Well, and no build-up either.
Yeah,
It was kind of like she come out, she cut a promo.
And we talked about it last week, too. The way that they built the Ruby Riott feud was a little different. But
you mean the whole finding yourself?
Yeah, it was over very quickly, and then as soon as Liv's got some wins and got some heat, right underneath Charlotte she goes. So as for the match, I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
As for the results and what happened to Liv, that's getting a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Because Liv,
crazy about it.
Again, could be a top female star if they put the book behind her.
She has all of the charisma and the it factor to do something with.
Agreed.
They just have to pull the trigger.
Agreed. Another point from Raw, the Profits, tag team champions, take on the Viking Raiders in a non-title match. Raiders take the win.
The match was good.
Yeah.
There was a couple iffy moments in the match. Finish was strong. As far as it's nothing we haven't already seen.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think the tag match we really should be talking about would be
Alexander and Ricochet versus Brandon Vink and Shane Thorne.
With the underdogs getting the pull.
Yeah, the new guys. Shane Thorne's not a new guy. He's a pretty seasoned NXT superstar.
New roster member.
Yeah. Unknown tag team comes out and beats 2 established stars. Really good match.
Also with the backing of MVP.
Yeah. Oh, man, MVP's so good.
Oh, man.
He's so good at his job. He's so good as a manager. We forgot to talk about the opening segment, the VIP lounge.
Didn't miss much.
Didn't miss much. That thumbs down there. Because
most definitely.
Shayna, Asuka. I love Shayna Baszler. I love Asuka. I'm not over on Nia. They made Nia look weak when she really shouldn't have.
The broken table.
And I'm not into it. The women on SmackDown are the ones who get my attention right now.
Yeah.
Except for Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler individually. Shayna Baszler
Asuka individually.
Yeah, Asuka's fucking incredible.
I don't understand how you, I don't understand how you can take somebody like Asuka and Baszler, two legit tough people.
Yep.
And throw in Nia Jax and make them look weak.
I agree.
It doesn't make sense to me, but you're booking it wrong.
I totally agree. So, thumbs down on the situation with the women on Raw.
But Thorne and
Vink get a big thumbs up. They look great.
Definitely.
Again, Alexander and Ricochet, I love them as a tag team. I think that's a great call.
Yep.
I do wonder if maybe there's a little too much similarity in their styles to be complementary. While their styles are inherently different, they not as insulting, but they're two high flyers.
Yeah.
And I don't want one to overshine the other, and I feel like that's a scenario we will see.
I totally get that. Totally get that.
But Shane Thorne and Brandon Vink.
Yeah, most
get a big
definitely.
thumbs up from this guy.
Yeah.
We'll cut right to the main event. It was McIntyre, and it was Murphy.
And it was everything you would have expected it to be. Let's bury Murphy a little further. That's all that is.
In front of a live crowd, that match would have been different.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch without a crowd. McIntyre, the beauty of that kick is that, yes, McIntyre can hit it from out of nowhere, but obviously Murphy did not feel like real opposition to McIntyre. No. And
Murphy hasn't felt like real opposition since the whole Seth Rollins thing.
Yeah, I agree. Him wrestling Seth at Money in the Bank, McIntyre and Seth, that's going to be a great match because Seth Rollins really does not have bad matches.
Right.
But I just want to get... This is one of the periods where I want to get to the meat and potatoes. I want to get there, so we got there, and it's good.
Yeah, so that way we can move on. Yeah.
Overall, this week, for me, personally, Raw gets an overall thumbs down.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna go thumbs down and say what? 3
out of 5. 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Moving right along to SmackDown this week. King Corbin at the top of the mountain.
Yep.
He's the number one guy on SmackDown. You can't even argue it.
No, you really can't.
He's incredible. He's a great heel. They had the big 6-man at the end where he looks like $1 million at the end of it. I love the relationship between. Yeah, agreed. I love the relationship between Gulak and Bryan.
Yeah.
I love it. Because Gulak is another traveler. He's another road guy who kind of gets Bryan's style.
He also is like the spitting image of what Bryan's style is.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's like in human form.
Yeah, I think they complement each other well.
Most definitely.
Thumbs up. Corbin.
Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up to everybody on SmackDown that was in that 6-man. Thumbs up to all of the Money in the Bank competitors. Speaking of Money in the Bank, we'll talk about the women's Money in the Bank. A couple of tag matches happened.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans wrestled with Mandy Rose against Sasha Banks.
No. It was...
Do I have it wrong? Hold on.
Yeah, you have it wrong. As Tamina and Lacey Evans
That's
versus Bayley and
Banks. That's right.
With Tamina getting the pinfall over her opponent, the women's champion.
Out of nowhere. Yeah. Tamina's the number one contender on SmackDown right now. She looks good. They're
Pull
doing
the trigger, please.
On SmackDown, they're doing right with Tamina.
Yes.
What they're doing wrong with Nia on Raw.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And she's really, really good. Obviously, the Sonya Deville Mandy Rose feud heating up.
It is.
Again, I'd like to see more. The Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, they could have drawn out. I hope they don't make the mistake with this and cut it too early.
Yeah.
Sonya Deville's a great wrestler.
Well, and you don't really need... I mean, they have enough story that you don't need the Otis-Dolph Ziggler angle in it, which is great.
Agreed.
I think that those boys could carry on as well. If
Totally agree, yeah.
If they don't give Otis the Money in the Bank, which I think they should. But, I mean, you can't complain. Solid performances.
Yeah. Thumbs up from the women on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm going to go... even though Raw being a 3.5 is on the bad side, I'm going to say SmackDown was 3.5.
On the upswing, yeah. Good stars.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy makes his return, gives a heartwarming speech about one more good run. He gets interrupted by Sheamus. They have a bit of a brawl. Obviously, Jeff Hardy's, you just don't get more enigmatic. No. You don't get more relatable with the fans. Jeff's great. Jeff gets a thumbs up. Sheamus is a great heel. Looking forward to see what they do. Closing out SmackDown and closing out this segment, Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt have a battle of words. What do you think about the Braun-Bray feud?
I think that, honestly, it's money. If they want to keep going for Money in the Bank, they could.
Agreed.
They don't have to. I think that, it really all depends on what they want to book. I think they could put the title back on Bray.
Yeah.
Would be great. They could keep it on Braun. I mean, and there's several stories that they could get out of it. But I mean, it's not bad. The war of words and the whole "I want you to come home" thing. It's genius. Beautiful writing.
Overall, SmackDown gets a thumbs up. Yep. Let us know what you thought about Raw and SmackDown in the comments below, or sending us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Stay tuned for This Week in Wrestling Part 2. We're talking NXT.
Yep.